It is 22 after 10 a.m. New Zealand Standard Time, 20 degrees downtown. Not too far off our prediction of 22 degrees. We've gone past the weatherman's 19, so let's see where it ends up. It is Wednesday, the 25th of March, and, well, I think we better do this. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. Got to welcome along everybody that's tuned in and joining us here live at the moment. By the way, if you're a first-time viewer, why not do this? Why not sub, thumb, bell? Bingo. Bell notifications when we do have important people, much like today's guest. Yes, Kevin Kugel from the Kevin Kugel Band is joining us, coming out of North Carolina. And, well, absolutely love his work. For everybody else, why not subscribe if you're a first-time viewer? Yeah, sub. You know what I mean? Check it out. For those, the thummy thing, yeah, get epileptic with us. Like us a lot. Tell you what, let's get right into it. Here's Kevin Kugel and the Kevin Kugel Band. Lie to Me. Well, that gives us a minute or two. How's the weather in Maryland?
How's the weather? Good. It's 60, 70 degrees and sunny.
Nice. And I heard you're retired now, but you used to work in the post office.
I did, yes.
What did you do there?
I was a postmaster. I had a kind of medium-sized office, 70 or 80 employees in 3 different buildings.
Nice.
So, I mean, it was a challenge, but I got through it.
Nice. Well, I tell you what, I have a lot of respect for the Postal Service. I really do. I've got a friend of mine that works for the Auckland Postal Service, so I kind of know what he goes through from time to time.
Yeah.
And of course,
it's go ahead.
We still have that favourite joke. You haven't gone postal yet, so.
No, I have not.
Very cool. And now all you're doing is just making music yourself?
Yeah.
Have you got your own studio, or do you get it recorded?
I have my own studio. I do all the guitar tracking here, and it's in my house. But I was just in Nashville last week and finished basic tracks for what's going to be my next album. I've got the album coming out hopefully in April, beginning of May, but I've already got most of the next album done. And
the album, is it Lucky 13?
Lucky 13 is what you guys have been playing.
Okay.
And I've got my next one's going to be called Can't Wait, and it's coming out, like I said, in April or May.
Nice. I want to have a chat about this as we go through.
Yeah, sure.
Chris is listening? Very cool. I'll give him a shout. Chris Spear's tuned in. He's having a listen.
Very good.
We'll give him a bit of a poke in the eye. What do you reckon?
No, I wouldn't give him a poke in the eye. I'd give him a pat on the back.
Oh, you may have a different relationship to him than I do. Let's put it that way. So, Kevin, welcome to Galaxy. It's an absolute pleasure to meet you, my friend. It really is. An honour to play your music here at Galaxy. And I've got to let you know, Kevin, we only play the best indie artists in the world here at Galaxy. We really do. So we're very proud of everybody we play. So thank you. Thank you for allowing us to play your music. We have about 50 seconds to go. That's right. You're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. And today, believe me, playing with the microphone, absolutely elated. Really, really am, because we're talking to Kevin Kugel from the Kevin Kugel Band. Kevin, welcome to Galaxy.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
And absolutely love your work. Now, I got to give a big shout out to a very good friend of mine, Chris Spera, promoter extraordinaire, of course, from Space Angel Music Company, coming out of Miami. And he does such a great job. So nice to have you on board, brother man. It really, really is. In the meantime, Kevin, tell me a little bit about the Kevin Kugel Band.
Well, it kind of started up years ago. I was writing a bunch of songs and trying to get them out there, and it just never panned out. And a few years ago, a friend of mine, Michael Clare, said, let's just do an album. And we started working on these songs, and that's what I started out doing, was the songs that I had written years ago, and they all ended up on the first album called Circle Back. And when I had the drummer, Cody Leppo, come in to the studio, he asked me, what do you want to do with this after the session was over? And I said, well, I just want to, record, keep writing, and maybe sell enough so I can make the second album. And lo and behold, we did that, and that's called Lucky 13, which you guys have been playing a lot of songs off of. And I think you've also played one off the first album, Where Were You Last Night? I've been hearing on your station, which I appreciate more than you know. But it's just kind of blossomed from there. And I've got another album coming out at the end of April, beginning of May. And that one's going to be called Can't Wait. And I title it that because, one, there's a song called Can't Wait on it, but I can't wait to get it out so you guys can play it. It's going to be a good album.
Well, let me reciprocate there and say I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah, it's going to be good, I think.
Very cool. And that basically means that you're going to come back again for another interview in the near future. So absolutely loving that. Now, we open up the show with Lie to Me. Tell me a little bit about this track.
About that song? I was upstairs in the bedroom. I have a guitar in almost every room in the house. And I just started strumming on something and was dealing with some issues with other band members at that time. And I thought, well, lie to me, whatever you got to do. But it was just a fun song to do. And the guys on that album, or on that track, especially Cody, I mentioned, Cody Leppo, Mark Crum played bass, and Josh Schilling played the keyboards on it. And bringing those guys into the realm of what I'm doing, it's been fantastic working with them. And they're all Nashville guys. They're from Nashville area. And they have their touring gigs. Cody and Mark, they play with Jamie Johnson. And Josh is with Winona Judd. He plays keyboards with them. And you would think that these guys are more on the countryside, but these guys just rock. So they brought life to everything that I've given them, and it is so much fun working with them. And the song "Lie to Me," I mean, it was, I'd call it a happy accident because it's just a fun song, and it just fell together. It literally fell together, and those guys did a fantastic job on it, and I appreciate all they do.
Now, let me tell you something, Kevin, and this is a true deal. Many years ago, when we first started doing this, Barbara and I, we used to do a show on a Monday night called Skype Party Monday, where, well, we'd get a whole heap of our friends doing exactly what we're doing right now, but we weren't actually communicating that much because we were having a few bevies at the time, okay? And after a few weeks of this, the bosses came to us and says, Grant, it's not a good look. It's not good for our image, for our DJs to be getting fissy-paced on air, So
Sure.
but we like the idea of the Skype deal. And we thought, well, yeah, okay, fair enough. We want to keep our jobs. We better adjust it, but we do like the Skype thing too. So Barbara and I put our heads together and came up with the idea, why not interview indie artists? And then it got to a stage where we could only take the best of the best, because right now Barbara gets about 200 submissions a day, which is ridiculous. I don't know how the heck she does it, but she gets through it, really does. And then we only, well, you got to be choosy. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So she is very, very handy with the red pen, scribing everything out, and then she'll take it to production. Production and her will work something out, and then it goes through a board for permission to be able to play it, literally, because of, our image thing that they're very, very tender about. And then by the time it gets to me, Kevin, this is true, she gives me a little USB device, much like this here, right?
Sure.
Which I plug into my stereo in my car, and I go driving. Now, there's two reasons for going driving, listening to your music is, well, I've got a kick-ass stereo in my car, but more importantly, when we first started doing this, everybody's saying you should interview him or her and him and her, and everybody was throwing us their opinions, where, to be very honest, I know who I want to interview. Okay, so
Yeah.
I don't get any information, literally. It doesn't give me a name and or a title of a track, just the music.
Yeah.
Plug that into the car, then I go driving. Now, I kind of, well, the other reason too, by the way, is nobody else wants to drive with me. Which is quite true. You see, I like to go sideways, and I know where we are. We have a little forestry around us, and I know where they keep the key to the fire brakes. So I take the car down through these fire brakes, turn up the music, and just let it speak for itself. Okay?
Sure.
This happened to me twice over the last couple of weeks, literally, and happened to me yesterday too. As soon as I heard the music, I stopped the car, played it back, wanted to hear it again, didn't move, played it back, wanted to hear it again, and went straight to my phone and rang up Barbara and says, book it. We want to put this in the system, right? And that was you. Now, the second song I heard was Sharp as the Knife. Sharp as the Knife.
Yeah.
And I absolutely loved this. I really do. Currently, 1,312 people, not too bad. 1312 people have been requesting it. Unlike Lie to Me, 995 for them, for that one. So as we go through this, we're going up gradually in your requests from what we call the noise. That we don't call them an army or a fan or anything like that. We call them the noise simply because they're loud about asking for an artist and a particular track. So that's where we sit right now. Sharp as the Knife, 1312. Tell me a little bit about this track.
I remember writing that. It was just a kind of a groove thing that I had. And it was right before, well, it was right before Christmas, before the first album came out. I wrote that in 23. And it was just about how the world's turning. You might think you're better than the rest. You might think you know everything. But the knife is sharp. Eventually, what goes around comes around, basically, is what it's about. And if you're not careful, you're going to be on the wrong end. And it's not a vindictive thing. It's not a get even thing. It's just a true thing where eventually the truth will come out. And if you're hiding behind a veil, it doesn't matter. It's coming away. The truth will come out.
Sounds like karma. It does. It sounds like karma. You're right here at Galaxy, joined today live by Kevin Kugel out of the Kevin Kugel Band. Sharp is the Knife. How you feeling, Kevin? You okay?
Doing well.
No.
Am I doing okay?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. How many countries are tuned in?
161.
161. Couple asleep, are they? Okay, 161 countries tuned in right now.
Wow.
It's not bad. It's not bad. I mean,
That's almost all of them.
almost. As I said, I think there's a couple out there that are asleep. We're in pretty much every English-speaking country in the world, and some that aren't. And Kevin, I don't know how that works, but I'll take it. Okay, I'll take it.
It's good. It's good.
How many cities?
6723.
Okay, nice. 6723, was it? Okay. 6,723 cities around the world.
That's cool.
Devices.
I'll do the devices at the end of it, actually. That's the number you want, Kevin, literally, is how many devices are tuned in listening through this, because believe me, there's quite a few. And at the same time, we don't know whether it's one person or 50 people in a warehouse.
Sure.
And to be honest with you, we found that out not so long ago. Somebody who we play is listening in a warehouse. You know what I mean? So
That's cool.
still don't know how many people work there, though. I don't. I know one person that listens, and I love her for it. Thank you, Shelby. Really do.
She's tuned in.
She's tuned in.
Mm.
Okay. Gosh, it's hot in here. You guys, you must be coming into summer very shortly.
Yeah, it'll be around the corner. I mean, it's spring. The first day of spring was 4 days ago?
Yeah.
Which is also my wife's birthday. So
Oh, well done.
it's kind of cool.
Okay.
Spring into the good year.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna start getting hot and humid here in the next few weeks.
Okay. Did you sort of work that out for yourself, that the birthdays in the spring and everything like that? Is that part of the marriage deal now? You can't forget a present?
Well, we just kind of lucked out that way. My birthday's actually on the first day of fall, so
Okay.
we have the.
Two equinoxes, basically.
There you go. Yep.
I like it. I actually got married on my wife's birthday, so I would never forget it.
I've heard of things like that.
Yeah. Oh, I'm terrible with dates.
And
I
my
really am.
birthday.
And Barbara, see, the thing is, Barbara was my wife's bridesmaid, and they both have the same birthday on the same day.
Oh,
Yeah, so
wow.
can't forget that. Really can't. And Barbara, of course, is my best friend.
That's all good.
Yeah, it is.
Business partner.
Business partner as well. We will talk about that, won't we?
Yeah.
Okay. I also want to ask, the reason why I was asking about coming into summer is, you got anything planned? You doing any live gigs in the future?
Right now, I don't have anything on the books for live gigs. I'm going to finish up. What I'm going to have out here in April will be my third album. That's all. That's
Okay.
this close to done.
Kevin,
Got it.
That's right. You're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. And today we're talking to Kevin Kugel from the Kevin Kugel Band. Do I have that right? It is Kugel, not Kugel?
It's been pronounced both ways. It is Kugel. Yes.
It is Kugel. Yeah. Sorry. It's just
I gave up on correcting folks long ago.
Yeah.
Just call me what you want, but I'm good. But it is Kevin Kugel. Yes.
Very, very. I thought it was, to be very honest, but one of the boys in the sound room says, "You sure it's not Kugel?"
No, it's not.
Yeah, that's the way to confuse me, to be very honest, and throw a different way at it. It's like brunette or brunette. Yeah, true, absolutely. Having said that, we have a young lady coming out of Westchester. And she's saying, her name is Brenda too, by the way, and she's asking,
Good old
Kevin, as a
Brenda.
fan, how do we get hold of you? Are you on Facebook? Are you on X? Are you a talker? But more importantly, Kevin, do you respond?
Yeah, I'll respond. I mean, I've got my Facebook. Just look up Kevin Kugel. You'll find me. I've got the website, kevinkugelband.com. You can see stuff on there. I need to update that. It's been a while since it's been updated, but I will respond. Reach out on Facebook, Messenger, whatever. And you got questions I can answer. If you got questions I can't answer, I won't. But I mean, no, I try to stay in contact with as many people as I can.
Very cool. Now, Brian, coming out of Ottawa, is asking, Kevin, have you got a merch store? How do I buy a cap, a koozie, and a t-shirt?
Wow. Go to Facebook Messenger and send me a message, and we'll work something out.
Fair enough.
I mean, I'm trying. I'm trying.
Fair enough. I'll tell you what, when you do get one, how about throwing one my way? I'd love to be able to promote you as I do some of these shows. And you'd be surprised, Kevin, literally, people have said to me in the past, while you're doing that, I was in the interwebby thing, checking out your shirt and finding out who exactly it is today. It's Leafroy Knockin'. Yeah, absolutely.
I like it.
And I don't know how people cotton on to the idea, but they do. And, well, before you know it, you've sold at least a guitar pick, I hope, to be honest with you. But, you know, I'm kind of worried, Kevin. I really, really am, because, you know, well, some of the folks around here think, you know, maybe, just maybe, Grant might be cool. I'm kind of worried about this guy, Billy, stealing it. What's going on here?
With what?
Billy,
Stealing
Billy's cool. What's going on with this?
Okay, well, that song, I was up in my studio pretty much all day one day, and I was in a rut. I wasn't coming up with anything new or anything. So I'm not gonna lie, I was just listening to ZZ Top, trying to, how does Billy Gibbons do what he does? And I wrote the song, maybe 10 minutes it took me to write that song. And I went upstairs to go to bed, and my wife said, hey, what have you been doing up there all day? And I said, just stealing Billy's cool. So I wrote it down, and that's where the lyrics came from. The next morning I got up and finished the song, and it's, I mean, literally, it's my homage to Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top. And the guy is, well, I think one of the lyrics is, Billy oozes cool. Just a fantastic player, singer, songwriter. Love his image. Good guy.
Absolutely love it. I've got a story about Billy too for you. In the meantime, you're right here at Galaxy, joined today live by Kevin Kugel from the Kevin Kugel Band, stealing Billy's call. When ZZ Top played here in New Zealand, I got the honour to be able to be the engineer for them at the Western Spring Show, right?
Wow,
And,
that's cool.
Believe me, in my career, I've been a front of house and worked with some of the biggest bands in the world, and I've also been a recording studio engineer as well, and had some very prestigious studios around the world that I've had the honour to be able to work in. And believe me, I could give you some names that are just incredible that I've worked with, if you know what I mean.
Sure.
But I was sitting at home one day when this promoter rang me up from Frontier Touring and says, hey, listen, we've got an issue here. This band's coming in, but the engineers come down with appendicitis.
Ouch.
Can you, you know, actually, I think it was bordering on peritonitis at the time, right? Could you fill in? And I went, yeah, sure, who is it? And they went, oh, it's ZZ Top. And I went, oh, yeah, okay, fair enough. So they sent a car for me, went down there, met them all in the green room and everything like that. We went through, I knew their music backwards because I was playing it on the radio, and did the show, to which the promoter says, hey, listen, one of the best shows I've seen in a long time, literally. So number of years later, I'm sitting around talking to Barbara and to her husband and some friends of theirs and to my wife and everything, and I, just happened to mention about Billy Gibbons, simply because I know Billy, and I know he comes to New Zealand and he has something to do with the university in Dunedin, and he loves old cars, right? So he loves,
Yeah.
dealing with all of that sort of stuff. And I was saying this, and I said, I did the show in Western Springs. Barbara turns up one day and she goes, "Here's my ticket. I went to the show," in a frame. So I've got the ticket around here somewhere, actually. I do. That she actually went to go and see ZZ Top that I worked
best
on.
show ever.
Best show ever?
Yeah, I liked all the bikers there and all the rough dudes. It was awesome.
It was a good day.
All the
It really
rednecks.
was.
Yeah.
I've got to let you know too, by the way, Kevin, that the next two songs, "Where Were You Last Night" and Highway 9, I've permanently put them into my car stereo list.
Cool. Thank you.
That's right. You're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and today we're talking to Kevin Kugel from the Kevin Kugel Band. And Kevin, believe me, I'm absolutely loving all your work. And you're saying that you're bringing out a new album. Tell me a little bit about this new album. What are you expecting to get out of this?
Well, the new album, I mean, it's been in the works for quite some time, and it's finally coming to fruition. I try to write and record as much as I can all the time. The new album, I think it's going to have 12 songs on it, and it's called Can't Wait. And it's along the same line as what you're playing right now with like Stealing Billy and Lie to Me. And it's got a couple different direction things on it, but nothing. It's all guitar oriented and just blues rock is what I would call it. And it was just a fun thing to do. My producer, Michael Clare, I call him Bear because that's what he goes by. But he told me a couple of years ago when I was kind of wondering, what am I going to do with all this? And he said, just keep writing. We're going to find a way to get it out there. So I kept writing and writing and writing, and all these songs just keep coming out. In fact, I still do that every day. And lo and behold, Chris Spear and I contacted each other. Well, I contacted him, and he's been a blessing to get me to you guys, and not only you guys, but all around. And it's just the fun of making the music is it's hard to explain. But with this next album, it was fun to do, and I've really gelled with the musicians on the albums, getting along great. And as I said, I was just in Nashville last week recording for the next one already, trying to just keep the catalog growing and enjoying the process as it happens and taking every one of them as a blessing. It's all good times.
I absolutely love it. I really, really do. And Chris Spear, what an extraordinary man in his own right. He really, really has. I have a lot of respect for Chris. I really do. So I've got to be honest with you, though, my friend. Where Were You Last Night? Now, tell me about this, because it's one of the two tracks, and I really am looking forward to hearing the new stuff, but one of the two tracks that I've put into my playlist when I drive my car. I think it's music to drive fast to. Why would I do that? Tell me about Where Were You Last Night?
I remember writing that song, and that was 25, 30 years ago when I wrote that. And what it means to you is what it means, because I have no idea what it means. I just put the lyrics together to the groove, and to me, it was an exercise in playing some blues type music and trying to figure out how to play a cool guitar solo. That's how it started. And the lyrics, whatever they mean, that's what they mean.
I love that. I really, really do. So joining me live right here is Kevin Kugel from the Kevin Kugel Band. Where were you last night? Love that. I really do. Got a young lady who's tuned in right now. Um, she is coming for an interview in the very near future, and what a wonderful vocalist and what a wonderful job she does with her music. She really does. And I think she's actually become one of our new fanatics, which is fantastic. I love that. But Barbara sent her a copy of the interview we did the other day. And she comes back and she goes, all on the big screen. Well, you know, there's a few of them here. I'm not quite sure which particular big screen you're talking about. We've got about 10 of them in here. That, believe me, in the summertime, we may get up to about 40 degrees outside.
He's in
But
Fahrenheit.
add another 15 degrees and it's just melty. Around about, you know, what's 40 degrees outside? About
That's
90 to 100, something like that. So,
Yep, that's about what it's going to be here in a few weeks.
yeah. Well, we don't get snow, thank goodness, but we get a lot of rain.
Yeah.
And sometimes, you know, I feel like I'm starting to get web feet. It rains that much.
Yeah.
Honestly, one year, just a couple of years ago, it rained all year, summer and winter. I was waiting for a guy with a boat to come around. It really was. I'm not kidding. I was waiting for Noah.
Yeah, we had a hurricane come through a year and a half ago. That was bad.
Oh. Are you in that zone, are you?
No, we're not. We're 8-9 hours from the ocean.
Okay.
Well, 6 hours on one side, 10 hours on the south, and the hurricane came through and took out a lot, and it was tough.
I got a lot of friends through Miami, through, if you know what I mean, through to Florida
Yep.
and stuff like that. They lived, what was it, a double within about a week or so. You know, there was Helen or something like that, and then there was another one right after it. You know,
Yep.
my question is, why would you be there? Get the hell out.
I see, and that's where I'm at. We shouldn't have that, and that was just a fluke that it came through and did all the devastation it did. But we got through it.
Yeah, absolutely. But believe me, I'm in a country that, well, no, I'm not going anywhere near those things. They're nasty.
We don't get them.
We don't get them. Well, we get cyclones.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right. You know, it helps if I turn my microphone
not
on. I've
that
been told, you know,
again.
yeah, well, never mind. It's such a great conversation talking to Kevin, especially about hurricanes and stuff like that. Chris, brother, I love you, really. Please tell Grant I said thank you so much for saying such nice things about me on the Kevin Kugel interview. Love you both very, very much. Kevin, believe me, he's a wonderful man. He really, really is. And we love him to pieces. We even got him on the cover of a magazine, to which I want to talk to you about after we finish this. If it's okay with you, we would love to be able to promote you that little bit more by trying to get you into the magazine. Is that okay?
That'd be perfect.
Fantastic. Fantastic. But having said that, my friend, we have come to the very last track, and I'm looking forward to continuing on this relationship with you, with new music coming in, and having an awesome repertoire of your music to be able to play. But believe me, I'm absolutely loving Highway 9. Why Highway 9? What's so special about that highway?
Okay, I can give you that same answer I gave for the last song. What does it mean to you? There's actually in the state of Iowa, there's a Highway 9. It's right near the Minnesota border. And back in my post office days, I did a lot of traveling on that highway, and it just struck me. And it sounds cool when you say Highway 9, you know. And one of the lyrics, I think, is doing 106 on Highway 9. It just kind of fell together. And I think the chorus, it's driving that white line. I'm snow blind. I'm going blind. I spend so much time driving. And if you notice, there's several of my songs that reference driving. This one's blatant, as in Highway 9. And it's just, you write what you know, you write what you see, you write what you feel. And I feel the road and I know what it's about. So you just drive through the snowstorms, you drive through the rain, the hurricanes, but you get where you're going. So I'm on Highway 9 every day.
G'day, I love that. Me, I've put it into my car to play, and believe me, as I say, I like to be able to drive fast, but you know, sometimes when I'm going to Tauranga or to Rotorua, those traffic Nazis have put in these new speed camera thingies that, you know,
Sure.
they're not really taking your photo, they're measuring on speed on how fast you're going from one point to another. I mean, they're getting complicated now. I don't want to slow down. I want to cruise to Highway 9. Here's Kevin Kugel Band. It's true. Traffic Nazis, I hate
Yeah, I
them.
can't speed anymore along that
I do. I really hate
That's
them.
where there's one.
Kevin, by any chance are you a vegetarian? Or a vegan, maybe?
No, but I like vegetables.
Okay, well, I do too, especially the ones in the wheelchairs. But I'm trying to come to the bottom of a myth. I really, really am. I've been asking this question now for about 13 years. Have you ever tried a vegan sausage?
Vegan what?
Sausage.
I have not.
No, neither have I. I want to know if they're made of real vegans or not.
You know, and I like that.
So do I.
I might use that later.
More than welcome to. You really are. Enjoy. Wear it with pride. I love it.
It's at 3807 if he wants to fast forward to it.
Fair enough. 3807 if you want to fast forward to it.
Okay.
Once we've finished this, please hang in there. Barbara is going to make a movie. You'll get that tomorrow, but this interview will be up on the YouTube thing within about a couple of seconds or so after we've finished.
Yeah,
She's pretty quick.
Facebook.
But I would like to talk to you about putting you into a magazine, if that's okay, because we have a partner coming out of India. And he's got one of, you see, we don't do anything shabby. We like to work on professional levels with the best in the world, and this guy has got one of the best magazines I've ever been a part of. So we would love and be honoured to be able to forward you into that with your permission.
Sure.
Brilliant. At the same time, we're building a radio station over there in the next couple of weeks.
I think I've been hearing your ads on that.
Yeah.
When I do, I mean, I try to log in almost every day when I can.
Oh, you
just depends on what I'm doing. Last couple of days I've been remodeling a bathroom, so that's not happening. But I do try to listen in on you guys every day.
Nice. Well, I appreciate that.
Where's
Thank
the
you.
dog today?
Sure.
Where's the dog today?
The dog is outside on the porch being quiet.
Okay, and it's one of those Aussie doodle things, or doodle things, isn't it?
It is. It is an Aussie Doodle. He is an Aussie Doodle, and he's an awesome handful.
Yeah, as Aussies are.
Yeah, I was going to say, does he bark in an Australian accent?
Sometimes.
Yeah, woof, mate.
Yeah.
just quietly, I got to let you know that's my favourite Kevin Kugel song.
Wow, thank you.
Absolutely love it. I love the energy of it. It's right up my street, if you know what I mean. I'm absolutely love that. I really do.
I'm glad you like it.
So, Kevin, I got to thank you so much for taking part in the guest show here at Galaxy, and we're just wondering, with new music coming out, and I am going to say that I know that you got new stuff in the can because we've been talking about the next album, will you come back for another interview?
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
Love it, love it, love it. And please don't let me stop you tuning in every morning. It's a great practice. It really is.
Let me know.
No, I'll be in. I listen as much as I can.
Nice. But what I am going to ask you is, and I've got to say, you know, I'm absolutely in awe of all the axes you've got in your studio there. There's some fantastic looking machinery, there really is. But do you have a recordable 58?
Do I have a what?
A recordable 58. Can you record on a microphone?
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
How'd
Maybe.
you like to do me a couple of voice tracks saying, "Hi, it's Kevin Kugel from the Kevin Kugel Band," and you can hear me.
Oh, yeah. I can do that. I've got a studio mic in here. I mean, this is my studio that I'm sitting in. Yeah.
Yeah. So I would love to be able to add you to what we do
Sure.
here. The clue is, you know, the more people they hear you and find out who you are, the more they go and check out who you are, and before you know it, you're selling CDs and downloads and T-shirts and caps and koozies and all of that sort of stuff. You know what I mean? So
Whatever it takes.
exactly. If we can help promote you, please pass me a couple of voice drops. We'd love to add them up. Okay?
Can do. Can do.
Fantastic. Kevin, I'm so honoured to meet you, sir, and thank you for joining us here at Galaxy. Please don't go anywhere, but for everybody else, thank you for joining us here at Galaxy. Join myself and Barbara tomorrow morning between 5:30 in the morning, and 10 for the breakfast shake, guaranteed 110% best in the world, 150% indie artist. Gotta tell you, the only company in the world that plays it like this. You'll never hear it anywhere else. Really, I promise you. So, join me then. In the meantime, happy radio, everyone.